Out.
Oh yeah. Drop that tweet, man. Drop that tweet. We don't start on time.
Boom.
We're dedicated to our jobs and careers. You know.
Dedicated to this colored people time.
Yes. Color people time, man. That's what it comes down to, man. It sucks. It is what it is, but hey, that's the lifestyle we live. It's a lifestyle I grew up in. I mean, honestly, bro. I tell you all the time. I'm like, my grandfather's Bahamian. They don't believe in time there, so
Time is a social construct, right?
it's all relative, man. I'm gonna say relativity, which
True,
is
true.
ironically close to the same thing. But yeah, hey, come on now. I excel in math, not reading. Come on, man. So, what's been going on with you? Okay. So before we get into this, I'm really trying to hit this two minute marker because I saw the greatest commercial I've ever seen in my life.
That makes me want to buy one.
Yes. What was the name of the trucks again?
Rivian.
Okay, so the Rivians. So I want to talk about the Rivians. Of course, we're going to talk about what's going on in international affairs, the whole Ukraine war, what's going on, cyber attacks that they aren't telling you about in the news, um, and yeah, man, just products of our environment in general. So, but before we go in this, while I ramble for our first 2 minutes, our audio, you listen. If it's funny, bro, because like if you just listen like to our podcast strictly audio, like they're saying like why the H are they waiting for 2 minutes before they can curse?
This is why, man.
Yeah. Hey, the YouTube
Algorithms, baby.
algorithms, man. So, all right, so Rivia. All right, so I don't know if you've seen the truck before. You've seen the truck, Mehul? You're a tech savvy guy, man.
So
You're in the know.
I seen it, but I didn't like see it like this video that we're about to pull up on. Like I saw just like a photo of it, and I was like, okay, so it's like a electric truck company. And then at that moment, I was thinking about that Ford one, the Ford Lightning. I thought that was the tough truck, but I mean, I don't know, man. This Rivian might got it beat right now.
Oh yeah. Well, it's pretty cool. Oh man, technical difficulties trying to get connect to my head, my ear pods. Oh well. So it's pretty cool because it's an actual competitor out there that's actually trying to compete with Tesla and the other because Tesla has pretty much the biggest market share as of now for electric cars, right?
Yep. I
So
mean, they're the king right now.
yeah, so this is an actual local, another U.S. maker, by the way, because a lot of
Oh
our
yeah.
a lot of our automobiles are not made here in the U.S. Shout out to everybody talking about they want a foreign vehicle. I am guilty of it as well.
I mean, I'm driving that German right now.
Yo, oh,
Before
yo,
that, I was driving that Japanese. So
see, I'm driving England, man, like the Jaguar. So I'm guilty of it too. But I'm not gonna lie. First off, this commercial that we're about to play is
mhm.
hands down one of the greatest commercials I've ever seen in my life. It's not a real commercial, but it made me want to buy this car. So
They need
before
to
we talk
hire
more
old
about
boy.
it, hey man, I'll let you do your thing, man. Who man? Go ahead, fire up this commercial for everybody to see. Hey, by the way, viewer discretion advised. We don't support,
Explicit language warning.
yeah, we don't support the language being played in the video, but I damn sure laughed at it. So hey, we did our due diligence. Oh yeah, fair use.
Oh yeah, we don't condone any violence of any sort.
None. But it was funny.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck what this white bitch talking about. You can slide on the nigga out that little part right there. If you stick the AR-15 from they'll never hear you coming, bitch. Fuck the coloring book. Put the gun in there, bitch. Yeah, put another pistol in there. If the ops say anything out of line, I don't give a fuck what it is. Nigga, get up on top of this motherfucking hair their ass out from the porch on up. Fuck talking about. Hey, your man's laying back, charge his phone. Right along, he can charge the K up too. Fuck is you talking about? And for the driver, oh, he know exactly where the nigga house at. He can see it clear as day with this big ass dashboard we got up in here. Yeah, it's good on gas, and we got the taser flashlight for anybody who want to smoke, bitch. And the trunk, not the trunk, that's the hood, stupid motherfucker. Y'all niggas don't want no smoke with me or my niggas in this car. This the car, the op slider 1000, bitch. It's a good compartment. Hello, ladies.
All right.
All right.
So, bro, that was the greatest commercial. Like for a vehicle, like a smart vehicle, like
Bro,
an electric vehicle, bro. That shit was genius.
what can you? I just don't know what to say. Though. Like that shit is hilarious.
Oh, bro, like I said, that was the most genius marketing. Like honestly, I wouldn't say. All right, so I'm gonna come out and say it, man. Black people are the biggest consumers on this planet. So
Mhm.
if you cater to us in terms of commercial like this, even though this is not a real commercial, but if you were to come out with something like this, less cursing, less AK talk, and stuff like that, hey man, people will buy this shit. I wanted to buy that shit. I definitely looked it up and see the price and everything. It's $60,000 for a
That's it.
brand new one. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, an F-150 costs you 50 racks anyway, so you're looking at like an extra 10, extra
Yeah.
10, 15.
Yeah, I'm not buying new, so shit, it's gonna be cheaper than that.
Oh, you're right
So,
about that.
but hey,
You're never buying new.
I showed it to my barber, bro. Shout out to my barber. We finally linked up after.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're looking fresh. I mean, for the listeners, they can't see, but
I
my
feel
boy got
great.
cleaned
I
up.
feel great right now, man. Oh God, I feel like I just shaved 10 pounds off my face. But on top of that, man, he just recently got in an accident. This is like his third accident in his car in a matter of probably like 12 months, man. This guy just has bad luck, and just Atlanta driving is fucking terrible. But yeah. He wants to trade his car for this car now. After I showed him that the Op Slider 1000.
Op Slider 1000, baby.
Like he said, you know, he from New Orleans. Like, whoa. He said, whoa, man, I'm about to get that thing, boy. Just like that, man. So I don't know, man. But I mean, the biggest thing why I brought it up is so you know they're trying to build an actual plant here in Georgia.
Yeah, you were mentioning Social Circle.
Yeah, Social Circle. So
shout out to So Curl, as them boys like to call themselves.
Oh, I only know one person from Social Circle.
I know like two, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm from So Curl. I'm from So Curl." And then I was like, "All right, bro, I'm from McRae. Like whatever."
He don't claim it at all. He be telling people he from Buckhead or whatever. I'm like, boy, you from Social Circle.
And then I remember like one of my other homeboys. He was from Covington,
Georgia.
Yeah, he used to call it COV, City of Violence. I'm like, damn, bro. City of Violence. You from the suburbs, my dude.
Bro, first off, they right next to Rockdale County. Rockdale County police don't play that shit, bro. They'll pull you over for a sneeze.
Bro.
But Social Circle, bro, that shit is far, bro. Far. Like an hour. Far. But it's pretty cool. Like, I don't because think, bro, they're gonna bring over 7,000 plus jobs to that small town alone.
I mean, how many people live there? I'm about to Google it right now.
Hey man, we got Google we could say some bullshit right now, but hey, come on, man, we're fact checking.
Bro, it's only 4,500 people.
4,500 people?
Yeah, in the 2019 population there.
So wow, like that would benefit not just the entire town, but the surrounding,
just like the county
like, in general. So it's just you can work at Rivian. I gotta know this because I want that truck now.
Bro, this shit's hard though. Huh?
I know, man. That Op Slider boy. But dude, I'm just
saying.
I
can put my ARs in there. I can put my Glock in there.
Hey, we don't condone gun violence, but we are here to our Second Amendment as tax-paying Americans, dog.
Hey man, in Georgia, you don't need a gun license to carry one on your car or in your home.
Oh, can't win. He said you're not gonna need it at all for the concealed.
This is our right to bear arms, baby.
Yeah, I mean a lot. I don't want to get sidetracked about it, but that's a big thing, bro. Because it's like, think about it, bro. How many people we know go to jail for having a gun, and of course not licensed?
And like, they kind of need it. It's not like they're gonna like. I had a homeboy that he got put up on having a gun on him, and it was like where he was at, like it's a pretty good idea to have a gun on you, you know.
I mean, sometimes some people think alarm systems can keep them safe. Some people believe firearms can keep them safe. I mean, it's the same thing with the and damn, we're about to transition again with the Ukraine government allowing all the citizens to hold firearms.
Bro, not even that. They gave up 100,000 automatic rifles. Apparently, is what their Ministry of Defense said. Whew. Yeah, and they banned men from leaving.
Oh,
so like all men, like from 16 to like 60, they're like, you can't leave the country,
bro. That
because like they're giving everyone pretty much, you know, they're giving everyone the Dracos.
You got to defend your homeland. That's what it comes down to. Bro. All right. We gonna come back on the Ukraine thing. I did not know that fact,
bro. I mean, we need fact checkers because that's what I saw. But like, who knows what's misinformation, what's not? But ayo. Is feelings no facts here? I feel like that's a real real statistic they got over there.
No, but we know I'm all about facts over feelings. But we gonna let that one slide this time. But dude, all
Like
right,
the op slider.
the op slider. So back to the op slider. So think about this, dude. You got a actual plant that's gonna come to town. They're gonna go ahead and granted, they're gonna put shit ton of money in this small ass county of Social Circle. People who don't know, look up Social Circle. I guarantee the only reason why you probably go there is if you go into Savannah. You just got to ride through. It is what it is. But I don't understand why the county itself, or those people there, don't want that economic growth at all from a plant. I don't know. I mean, you're from McCray, man. So if a plant would have came in and stuff like that while you were there, wouldn't it mean business for like your pops? You know what I'm saying? For the gas,
Oh yeah,
thing, the hotels and shit like that too as well.
yeah. I mean, actually, there's a plant over there. COVID got it slowed down, but they're opening like some Brazilian company is they're doing like a countertop, like granite and like quartz and like all those different like countertops. They're doing like a countertop plant over there. So
Yeah.
and they're expecting that to bring a bunch of high paying jobs to the community, because that's something that's not there. Like literally people that are doing minimum wage are doing pretty okay for themselves in McCray. Now, if you're making $15, $20 an hour, you can build yourself a nice little life over there.
Oh, you live like a king, bro.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's how it was when I was in Valdosta, bro. It was like we had a 3-story house, basement included, everything, bro. 4 guys stayed in there. Rent was only $1,100 a month, and it was a castle. Bro, like, hey, you make $50,000-$60,000 in these small towns. Don't let you be a developer working remote or living.
Bro, like that's what I be telling people too, right? Like,
yeah, king/queen.
Because especially like a lot of developers, they're like, a lot of nerdy kids that like they don't really be doing shit anyway. So it's like, bro, just take your ass to a small town and just ball out.
Yeah.
If you ain't gonna go to no clubs or go party or anything like that, I mean, if you're
you
gonna sit at home,
parties, bro. I'm saying, like, you can rent
you
out
can do what you want to do,
Yeah, bro. Like that's how like little money goes to some of these small towns.
Bro, I mean, Shaq lives in McDonough.
Shaq got a house in Valdosta too.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit of money can go a long way. Like Shaq got a compound. Let's be real. He doesn't have a house in McDonough. The man got a compound. You feel me?
Yeah. It was a long way, man.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't understand why they don't want the plant there. I think it's still a go. I got to double check, but I think it's still a go in terms of they already purchased the land. So it's like it's going to put the business in there. It is what it is. But it's going to bring so much money, and it's going to make it cheaper for me to buy the truck, the op slider 1000 when I need it.
Oh, that's what we need. Yeah, 7,500 jobs. Yeah, I just pulled it up. The Covington News.
Shout out to your boy, man. Hey, shout out to Covington.
It's a $5 billion investment that they're doing
in this small town social circle.
The single largest economic development project in state history.
Yeah. Yep. And it's gonna be built right here in this great state of Georgia.
Boy, shout out to Kemp, man. I gotta give him credit to that.
You gotta give him you gotta give the guy credit, man.
Bro, like, 2,000 acres. They're building a 2,000 acre plant with 7,500 jobs, investing billions into the community.
And more tax money coming through the state of Georgia.
Yeah. So they're taking over an old Mitsubishi plant.
I mean, reasonable.
Makes sense to me.
It's like, oh, who's buying Mitsubishis at this point now in our lives?
I used to think the Eclipse was like the fly car when it came out, but
boy, there was this
convertible.
Man, bro, it was a kid named Jerome in high school, bro. He had a brand. It wasn't brand new, probably 2-3 years old, but it was a Mitsubishi Eclipse, bro.
Boy, them shits was fly, dog.
Boy, that man. Hey, this is back when Fast and Furious. Not Too Fast, Too Furious.
Too Fast with Tyrese with the purple Eclipse.
Hey, check those seat, cuz. Hey, this guy had the cleanest car in school, right? I ain't gonna lie. He was getting the girls, stuff like that. It was one particular girl I was going after, and ironically, she was Jamaican too. So I guess I know what I like in long end. So yeah, man, he had an Eclipse, bro, and that's when last time I thought it was cool back in 2008. Now I see Mitsubishis, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. You might be a car collector. I don't know.
Bro, cars is I fuck with cars. I mean, obviously, and like Too Fast, Too Furious, dog. That was like for our generation, like that was the movie that made everybody into car people. Like people started reverse parking into the high school parking lots and stuff just because.
Hey, bro, after that movie, I thought I was a shit with my 1993 Honda Civic.
Boy,
bro. I had rims on there.
I bought my Civic right after that. Like I got mine. Actually, I got mine used. Shout out to the old lady. She just didn't need it anymore. It was a used Civic. Bought it in 04, but it was a used 04 model. So your boy came up on the come up, saved like $5,000-6,000. But your boy had the AC, the CD player, the sunroof, and some rims off rip. That was it, dog. Like,
you
clean. I was a little flexed up, back in those days. Those were all options,
In McRae?
In McRae, dog.
Ooh.
I was the only boy with rims. That shit was so fly to me.
Hey, that's too clean.
And then the next year, all the other kids, like they got all the aftermarket rims. I was like, that's straight, bro. I'm gonna still beat that Mustang off the line. You feel me?
Ooh. See, it's crazy because like in the cab, bro, like everybody's car was judged by the subwoofers they had in the truck.
Oh yeah, no. Your boy had a Panasonic amp. I had 212s in the trunk. Sony Explodes.
Okay, you was ignorant too. Okay, I
love
it.
229, dog.
I love it.
That shit was so funny because like I wired that shit myself, and that shit was not safe. But you do what you do.
Hey, you learned the trade. You learned the skill of the trade, man.
Bruh, that shit was great though.
Man, so it's crazy because like you being in that environment, it kind of shaped you into who you are now. And now because of that, you know how to put a subwoofer in a car.
Bruh. I mean, I definitely would have done
up, man. If y'all need rings, definitely rings, jewelry. We also do subwoofer installations, amp installations, man. We got it, man. Just
cold air intake for your Civic. I got you, bro. I did that shit myself. Me and my homeboy Cole. I ordered that shit off of.
I always wanted to do that.
I ordered it off of
filters, but I never installed like the
cold air, like with the pipe and then the cone filter. Yeah, I bought it off of eBay. That shit they delivered at like 6 p.m. It was dark because I think it was like the winter or whatever. It was my homeboy with a flashlight, me with a wrench, just like dark as hell outside, just doing this shit. That shit was so cool to me. Oh yeah, no, it worked.
Okay.
The car started to sound cool. Like, I mean, you already know because you're a car guy. Like, like that hissing sound that like a turbo does. It kind of started making that sound. I was like, Brian, you got a turbo on this. This shit is so fire. Especially when you're like 16, 17,
Yeah.
And it's funny because like I scanned my mom. I was like, yo, mom, this shit'll save gas. And I mean, it would, but let's be real. That's not why I bought that shit.
Yeah, you bought it for the cool factor and wanted to go faster.
Yeah, get that little AEM sticker,
Yeah, and then, open up that hood like Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
On everybody in McRae outside of school.
Ain't no plastic in here. I got this. It was gunmetal. No, because my car was gunmetal and my intake was like a matching gunmetal color. I was like, yo, check out this custom shit. Real talk. That shit was from eBay, but
Oh, yeah, it's custom now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That shit was so fire.
Man. Yo,
now we just whip in the foreign real stock, just got the wrap on it, nothing crazy.
Hey, that's just you, man. I'm going back American when this Rivian plant pulls up.
Bruh, I've been looking at I was looking at that Ford truck, that Lightning, but I mean this Rivian.
The op slider.
And I need something big now. The sports car is cool, but I'm living in the suburbs, family man. I'm gonna need something big.
Yeah. Op slider. Hey, it might be the move, man. Just let me know what color you get, so I make sure I won't get the same one.
We have to do the opposite. You got the black and red. I got the red and black.
Yeah, we just go pull up on everybody else. Op sliders. Man, all right. So transition over because we briefly talked about like the Ukraine situation. So we briefly talked about it, but I was gonna let you go ahead and lead off in terms of like what happened, stuff like that. And then I want to talk about what the media is not really bringing up right now, which is big in terms of like the tech community.
Yeah. So, as I imagine all of our listeners know, Russia has invaded Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
They did it 2 nights ago, America time. I mean, I guess it was the morning or whenever they did it there. I don't know what their time zone is. But essentially, in their first couple hours, they took over an airport, blasted down some bases, some like military installments, and a lot of people died, including some civilians. And it's a really bad situation there. People can speculate. There's a lot of conspiracy theorists on why Russia and Putin did it. Some people say that, Putin is dying and he's just like, yo, before he goes out, he's just trying to expand his borders. Some people are saying that, they're doing this to get access to the Baltic Sea, which Ukraine has. And the Baltic Sea goes into the Mediterranean, which goes into the Atlantic. So it lets Russia have access to the sea instead of going all the way around Europe through like the Arctic or whatever, or all the way under, I guess, Asia and Africa or the Pacific. That makes a lot of sense to me that you want that access to that route. And some people just say, he's just a crazy dude. I was like, yo, that shit could be real too. Another theory is that Ukraine has a lot of resources that Russia doesn't have. Russia's biggest exports right now is oil. And it's kind of fucked up that the week before, or I think it was 2 days before the war started, Germany bought like $700 million worth of oil from Russia. And even though NATO is doing economic sanctions on Russia, oil is not a part of those economic sanctions. So,
Because everybody needs oil to run.
I mean, you need oil. I mean, I can't blame them. It's kind of a shitty situation, but at the end of the day, like the German chancellor, I think the French president, I think they have presidents or prime ministers or whatever they're looking out so that, their citizens don't have to pay like $100 a gallon for gas or whatever. But so a lot of people think that because, like we were just talking about the Rivian, like the rise of electric vehicles and just solar energy in general, that Russia's like, cool, Ukraine has resources that we can use as we get off this oil dependency because they're trying to secure their future as well. So those all seem to be economic reasons one way or another. The excuse that Putin said was that the areas that they invaded in Ukraine are Nazi ran, and that they're abusing the Russian ethnic people in that area and that they're committing a genocide. And so Russia is like, yo, we got to go save our folks. And that's the official excuse that they gave, which seems to be false. I personally don't know because I ain't never been to Ukraine. But I feel like if you wanted to deal with a real genocide, I mean, yo, that shit that's going on in China with the Uyghurs, that shit's wild as hell over there too.
Yeah.
And that's way closer than Ukraine, right? Like for Russia, that's like right there. So if that's what they wanted to do. And then obviously the entire Ukraine situation is crazy because America has been telling pretty much Ukraine, like, hey, yo, bro, you could join NATO in the future. We got you. Don't worry about it. But really, we wasn't ever going to let them in because of a situation that occurred because they're right next to Russia. And then Russia's like, oh shit, a NATO country right next to me. They're going to fucking wild out,
Yeah.
Because like, it's like the same thing with like, what was it? I think it was Gorbachev or whatever, the whole Bay of Pigs in Cuba, where Russia's like, oh, we're going to put missiles in Cuba. And then America's like, nah, bro, you ain't about to do that shit. Yeah, during the Cold War. And then, I think it was Kennedy, and Kennedy's like, nah, you ain't about to do that shit. We about to blow y'all up if you do that. So like, this is kind of the opposite.
Side note to interrupt you, man. I really want to blame this fact on school systems. Mm-hmm. Bro, I learned more about the Cold War and Call of Duty than I did in school. That's
yeah,
what bro. Off in Cuba? Oh, yeah, the Cold War.
Even that X-Men movie, First Class, if you remember that shit.
Yeah.
Magneto literally stopped the Cold War. Yeah. If you think about it. But yeah, so like this would be the opposite, because like if Ukraine was a NATO country, then all of a sudden like Russia can't fuck with Ukraine, and we could put like our missiles right next to Russia, so Russia would be like, nah, bro, we ain't about to do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So because like from my understanding, France and Germany have always been like, nah, bro, we can't do that shit. And side note, everyone's talking about, hey man, how come America could help Iraq or Iran or Afghanistan, but they ain't trying to help Ukraine? That's because those countries didn't have nukes, and Russia's got fucking nukes. And if you piss off a country with nukes, and the guy, like, he even straight up said, like, yo, if anybody fucks with us, you will face the most dire consequences.
God damn.
Like, he said that shit, right? Like, so, like, and Homeboy is, like, pretty unstable, it seems. So, like, why would you risk that shit? It's like, yo, it sucks what's happening to the Ukrainian people. Like, I'm not saying don't help them, but that's, like, a reason why, actually, during Biden's speech yesterday, he said a few times, we will not put American boots in Ukraine. He reiterated a couple times because, and then, you know, everyone's like, oh, Biden's pussy, blah, 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 blah. But he was like, yo, bro, I ain't trying to get nuked over this shit. Like, we'll send some weapons. And, like, I don't know if you probably saw the tweets, or I think, was it Georgia followers or whatever, Everything Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
They tweeted out, like, a video of, like, all these tanks being transported just these past couple of days. So, like, America is sending supplies to Ukraine, but, like, we can't send soldiers because, you know, that's, like, almost like an act of aggression.
Yeah,
I would say open aggression. There's a lot of covert aggression going on right now, especially on the cyber front of things, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know you know about, like, Anonymous, that hacker group. They declared war on Russia, apparently. So it's just wild right now.
Man. I mean, it's crazy because, like, I mean, we can say that we're sending resources, but one of our exports as a country is guns.
We're the world's biggest gun runner. I mean, you've seen that movie, Lord of War, with Nick Cage?
Yeah. I was gonna say War on Dogs with
Oh, War Dogs? Yeah.
But
Jonah Hill.
Yeah. I mean, real talk though, on a real note, like, it's like we're sending resources, yeah, but we're gonna make a profit off those resources. Let's be real and honest. But one thing, you brought up some great points. I didn't know shit about half that stuff. 3/4 of what you were saying, I didn't know. I'm about to Google search, but that was pretty eye opening.
Mhm.
Well, the media doesn't talk about is prior to these attacks, you know, there was like, well, it's been the cyber war more than anything else.
Oh yeah.
So we've been doing stuff to interfere with Russia in terms of, like, cyber attacks of, like, their trains and stuff like that. Whether it be we send signals to the trains that their supplies that they're sending over to the border for the troops to just, like, either make the trains go off road, off rails, fuck with their communication systems. Like, there's some low key shit going on too as well. And the same thing with Russia too as well. They jam their communications amongst the governments. They fucked up the towers and the airports. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how, like, yeah, they're doing a ground invasion. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all against war, but it really starts on the computer first, and everything is about cybersecurity more than anything else. So it's just like all these malicious attacks are happening over the internet first to just, you know, cause confusion, whether it be, I mean, like you said, misinformation. That's a tactic too as well that you can send out there. You know, for instance, Russia has completely blocked Facebook just recently.
Yeah. And then even on that cyber attack front, apparently hackers, maybe the Anonymous group, they took down all of Russia's official government websites. And then
I didn't know that.
Yeah, mil.ru, that's like the Russian military one. That was like the big one. That was the first one that was announced. And then there's like I guess like whatever Russia's CNN or Fox News is, like their main news channels, their websites went down and everything too, because like they're trying to like shut down the propaganda that they're spewing over there. And that's the thing, like this cyber war has been going on pretty much, like, let's be real, it's been going on since the Cold War, except they weren't necessarily using the internet. But like as soon as the internet
was created in the 60s though.
Yeah, I mean they were using technology, but like I don't know, have you ever seen that show The Americans? It's on Google Prime. It used to be like an FX show.
Google Prime.
Or not Google Prime, Amazon Prime.
Oh,
my bad. I was like, I'm on some future shit, bro.
Yeah, boy. I was like, who Google bought?
Nah, but it's about actually the Cold War, and it's about Russian spies that are living in America as Americans and like sending signals and info back and like doing assassinations and different hits and like all types of stuff. And then it's about like the FBI and the CIA and just like all this stuff. So it's like, sending radio signals and stuff. Like America and Russia, they've been at a Cold War. Like the Cold War ended. Let's keep it a buck, bro. This shit ain't end. We're hacking them. They're hacking us. The whole election stuff, like, everyone's like, oh, Russian interference on the election. Like, who's to say this stuff ain't happening all the time? True. Oh, but something to point out about this, I didn't bring it up. The Russia-Ukraine war is like, this shit's been going on for like more than a decade. Like that border over there, they've been like shooting at each other and like shelling each other for a while now. This is like the ground invasion finally started this week. So,
damn. So it's like two dogs been going at it, then the cage got removed.
One of the cages got removed.
Yeah, I mean it's really sad. I mean, it's really sad for the actual people themselves who caught in the middle of everything. Yeah. I've seen videos of just families being like in the house, bro. Like,
oh yeah, that
they're in the house, and like, yeah, you see the missiles fly over their house, bro. That's just terrifying, bro.
Bro, I saw a video of even Russian soldiers, when they got to Ukraine, they just straight up surrendered, like, yo, we're not trying to kill nobody, and just like straight up surrendered to Ukrainians. And then on the flip side, I saw a video of some like Russian paratroopers like TikToking themselves while they're jumping out of planes, making the invasion. And I'm like, bro,
laugh, bro.
They're laughing. They're laughing. I'm like, bro, like this guy's TikToking himself jumping out of a plane to go make an attack. I'm like, bro, this shit is on TikTok. It's like I saw a tweet. It was interesting. He's like, yo, like social media is gonna fuck up warfare. Like, oh, like imagine going on like a mission. It's like, oh, but wait, the enemy's coming from here because I saw it on TikTok.
I saw it on his TikTok. Yeah.
Like what?
He's sharing his location on Snapchat.
Or also on the flip side, you could have like false TikToks too now. To decoys and stuff. So like this shit is crazy, man.
This shit is crazy, man.
Like people think about cyber war, but they don't think about like the social engineering part of war. Yo, what's up, Sora?
What up, Sora? But yeah, nobody really thinks about that side of things. Just the whole cyber side of it. I mean, as technology advances, which it will, I mean, it's gonna get to a point where we're not even gonna need an actual soldier. Think about it. It's gonna be a bunch of droids and bots. Look, iRobot has told us the future, bro. Will Smith was on to something, man. I know he didn't exactly produce that, but he acted his ass off. But I'm saying that is the future, and that's where it's really going. It's gonna be cyber, everything. I mean, shout out to the tech jobs too as well, and it's gonna put money in people's pockets. But
yeah, I mean, this was something I was thinking about. I saw a tweet by, I can't think of his name. I think it was Brian Siebold or somebody like that. He's a VC with YC, Y Combinator.
Mm-hmm.
And he tweeted out, I was like, how can American tech companies help Ukraine with the war effort? And I was thinking, like, yo, like, it makes sense that tech companies being as powerful and so advanced to be working on these kind of military contracts. Like, isn't that what Palantir does? Is like video surveillance stuff from the future, like Minority Report type stuff. So that'll be interesting to see, like, because like Amazon, Google, probably Facebook, Microsoft, they all have like government military contracts. Like this technology that a lot of people are working on is being used to end lives for good or bad. That's neither here nor there. The fact is like people are dying because of this stuff. So that's something that a lot more people, I think, in tech are having their eyes open to.
Yeah, very
Some
true,
heavy
bro.
shit.
It's heavy shit, bro. And
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, to come after this whole pandemic thing too as well, which we're kind of technically still in. This shit's heavy, bro. This is heavy. And I can only imagine because we even work with some developers who based out of Argentina, but they have family members in Ukraine. And like the guy was just pretty much saying it was Thursday where he was just saying he just want to separate from reality altogether.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, that really fucking sucks, bro. Like just being in the middle of all this shit.
Yeah, dude. Like what?
All over resources.
Yeah, and like kind of like how you mentioned, even if it's not like soldiers going, the fact that stuff will be droids, and before droids, like we're doing drone strikes, right? Like Obama did something like damn near 600 drone strikes. That's just some dude with a PlayStation controller,
Yeah.
like quite literally. And the thing is, like, it's detaching, you know, like it doesn't feel as real if you're just like in a room thousands of miles away having to press the button, you know?
It's
Like,
a video game at that point.
yeah,
It's
and
literally
like
a video game.
and like sure, Obama ordered or the president orders the strike. Who knows, like in the future, if it'll be like a general or if it'll only be the president. But like at the end of the day, president makes the order, hey, go ahead and do a drone strike there. The president doesn't have to do anything. And then the soldier who's just like sitting in like the command center is like, all right, cool. It's like Call of Duty at that point, you know? Like these are weird things to think about. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, I mean, people get desensitized to violence, like as you see on Twitter, people cracking jokes.
About the whole war
And
situation.
yeah, just in general, right? Like some of the jokes, I'm not gonna lie, like I'd be laughing at these jokes too, you know. But then at a certain point, it's like, all right, bro, like that joke over there, like it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna send Chief Keef over there to save the day, like cool, haha. But then I saw somebody make a joke with like a picture of like dead people from the war. I'm like, bro, like this shit is like, what are you doing?
That's just sad, bro.
Like people are already desensitized to violence, so it'll be interesting to see because with the droids, it's like cool, you make AI, then the AI kills, then who holds responsibility? What if the AI misinterprets a command or something happens?
That's
Whereas
a
at
great
least
question. Like, who would that responsibility be on? Would it be on
would it be the
developer,
programmer or would it be the
company?
hardware? Yeah, like whereas at least with the drone strike, at the end of the day, there is still a human pressing the button
Mhm.
and that person got an order from somebody, right? So you have that chain of like, oh shit, it was this person's fault or this person's fault.
I mean, that'll be the same case for the droid, though, too.
But then if it misbehaves, right? Like if a human misbehaves, like, oh yeah, it's your fault. What if the droid misbehaves?
Mhm.
Then it's like, who takes responsibility, right?
Or somebody create that backdoor code.
Yeah,
Create
and
a
like,
Benedict Arnold droid.
yeah, like that should gets taken over. Like, what do you do then, right?
Yeah. Hey.
It's like those robot dogs, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. They want
And then you go on Twitter and everyone's like, yeah, dude, you can take the battery out like this. You can do this. Like, they're on the streets for like a couple of days. And, like, people already figured out how to like shut them down and stuff, you know? Like, I imagine with drones, and these are just regular people doing that. Imagine like an enemy military. You don't think they could figure stuff out
Yeah.
better than just like regular kids? And
Dang. All right.
this is crazy.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. We live in some crazy times right now, man.
Oh,
We
yeah.
live in some really crazy times, bro. And I don't feel shit like I don't feel anything is stopping. Like it's always something, bro. 2 years of the pandemic. Now we're at war. Well, we're not at war, but Russia's at war with Ukraine, and everybody's like pointing to like, yo, what are the states gonna do? Are they gonna make a move or something? I mean, honestly, bro. I mean, I feel like hold on. Okay, that's why he texted me. I feel like, yeah, sending resources. Okay, we're exporting, but we shouldn't be involved. I mean, the whole thing that happened with the Iraq war, which still to this day don't understand why we were actually invading Iraq when, I mean, the whole 9/11 precedents really started with Osama bin Laden, who was located in Afghanistan. But I don't know. I don't have the answer to that, so I'm not even gonna speculate that shit. So
Mhm.
yeah, man, it's weird, man. It's weird times. It's weird times.
Yeah, I mean, people say it's like false information is why we went into that war, and the false information that like Russia is doing, but it's like, bro, it's not the same thing, you know? Like, there's differences. Everything's not apples to apples, you know? It's apples and oranges,
Yeah.
and like, who knows what the actual facts are? Because like, these governments ain't telling us the truth on either side, right? Like, it's up to us to just kind of take all these different sources and see what makes sense. That's why I fuck with Twitter the most, right? Because like people straight up like will put a video of what's going down in live time, and then you could see it instead of seeing it like off of these like media outlets or whatever.
Yeah, where they show you what they want you to see toward, and they want to play their pretty much talk up their narratives and stuff like that.
Yeah, because like it's
Yeah.
interesting because like you know like I got like all those international channels and stuff. So like I'll be watching Indian news cover this Ukraine situation, then watch like American news cover it, and then try to just like it's like night and day the way it's covered. It's just like everyone pushing their agenda.
Mm-hmm. Or the U.S. might have said it depends on what side you get it from. You're looking at Fox News; they're just pointing fingers at Biden, saying this will never happen on the Trump watch. And then you got the Democratic side spinning up their narratives on the situation too, saying we're all about sanctions or whatever. Man, sanctions only go so far, bro. When you think about it, it's a bill, bro. It's a bill.
Putin don't give a fuck
It's
about
a
no
bill.
sanctions.
You just either taxing more on imports, exports, or you just gotta pay a bill, a fine, essentially.
Yeah, or like, oh, bro, we're not gonna buy stuff from you anymore. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool, bro. You need my oil, okay, cool.
It's the reason why you didn't add oil.
And I'm talking about the price on your ass since you went up apply some sanctions, which is only gonna make people buy Rivian cars from Social Circle.
No, like that's what it comes down to. Is at the end of the day, and especially with like the conspiracy theory side of things, that like, yo, if Putin is actually dying, he don't give a fuck if Russia goes bankrupt. He's just trying to do this shit before he goes out, like,
Yeah.
So who's to say? And then on the flip side, if he's not crazy, he just wants to do this for the economic play, he's not going to need y'all's money anyways, because now he's got access to new resources. Like if you got rare earth metals, literally every country in the world needs like computer chips.
Mm-hmm.
There's already a shortage, and like if he gets control over that, or like those shipping routes.
Man, you know how I told you I expected this dude to pull up at 6:30. He just texted me, said he's there.
Oh damn!
All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know how I go about time. I am terrible when it comes to time. I know who I am. I'm terrible. My homie said, "Hey, let's meet up at." I told him, "Let's meet up at 5:30." Cool. We all gonna meet up at 5:30. Have a good time. One of them texts back said, "I can't make it till 6. I mean 6:15, 6:30. To me, that means you can't make it till 6:45." This guy named Anton said, "I can only be there at 6:15." He texted me at 6:11 and said he there. And as you know, I'm on the pod right now. So I am not ready or anywhere close to being ready right now.
You're discussing, international politics and the ramifications of like technology and war, and it's like, oh, bet.
He's gonna be upset. But yeah, man, let's wrap
shit.
this up.
I mean, we could wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Man. All right. Stay informed. That's what I got from this, man. I learned a lot from you, Mabel, today.
You know what we got to do?
Research on.
We got to send some of them Rivians to Ukraine. Some Op Slider 1000s.
I don't mean to laugh, but that commercial was amazing, man.
The Op Slider 1000, baby.
Op Slider 1000.
Shit, we should tweet it out.
Hey, we should.
We'll tweet the video out for the audio listeners so they know.
Oh yeah. But hey, I guess we can do the closing remarks. You want to do the YouTube cadence?
You got it. I'm trying to tweet that shit out real quick.
I got you.
Good
People, be sure to like and subscribe and comment. Shout out to everyone who's already on the live stream. Shout out my boy Musa. Shout out my boy Sora. Shout out my boy Jamal. Hopefully you're on another walk. Listen to our episode. Shout out to everyone. Ning, I can see you back there in the back. Everybody, man. We appreciate the support. Appreciate you coming through. Make sure you like, subscribe. Audio listeners, keep listening. We need to update our sponsor commercials. You know, people saying like they can tell the difference between our audio equipment on our Anchor commercial. So we might need to do that again.
We got to do a new one? Okay.
Yeah, we got to. Got to come through next week and talk to you. We do got to talk Genius, bro. If I had more time, I really want to talk more about that STEM player and the genius marketing scheme that he's doing right now. But I will say that,
bro, the STEM player is amazing. I got
really.
One. It's
okay,
amazing.
All right, we'll talk. We might just do an impromptu episode just about this shit, bro.
This is so clean.
Hey, be sure to like, subscribe. Musa, drop that like. Check us out on your favorite platforms. We here every week, man. So, that's my outro. I gotta meet this guy who's already there.
Peace, y'all. Take care.
All right. Peace. Hey.